Alright, so stream should be starting any second now. Alright, stream has started, so wow. Alright, first of all, wow. 7 years on YouTube. 7 years since my channel was created. This is amazing. Hello, Mr. Mindblocks. I cannot believe how long my channel has been alive. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But wait, doesn't when did you start uploading? But wait, when's the anniversary for uploading videos? That will actually be in September. So stay tuned for that. I have a very special present for you guys on that day. I know. I didn't start uploading videos until I wanted to wait until I reached 30 subscribers before I uploaded my first video, which of course is my introduction video. So 3 years, Mr. Mindblocks. That does not sound like a long time at all. Not gonna lie. 3 years on YouTube for you sounds like a short amount of time. But anyways, let's get into this, shall we? So, yeah, same for 7 years for me. 7 years on YouTube for me still sounds like a lot. Still sounds like a long time. But for today's stream, we're actually going to be playing some Roblox games. So I guess you could call this my first/second Roblox live stream I've ever done. So there you go. And to start off today's stream, we're going to be playing some Steam Era. One of the most classic games on Roblox, and a game I really enjoy. And also a game that Rara tends to play a lot whenever he does his streams. So, as you can see, I know I've sort of alluded to it in the past, but yep, I do have my own persona now. But I'll still be called Josh Brony, in case any of you are wondering. Alright, Mr. Mindblocks, yeah. And I'm actually going to keep the game like this, so that way I can see the chat, and that way I can play the game at the same time. So anyways, if any of you, anyways, I joined the low servers, so you can join if you want to, Mr. Mindblocks, in Steam Era. Anyways, we're gonna be taking first off, we're gonna be taking a look at the Black 5 today. Otherwise, what I like to call Henry. And I like the fact that you started out as a gaming channel, and now you're a Brony/TNF channel. It's funny considering I used to upload just a bunch of random videos, and I still upload a bunch of random videos. And our first stop is going to be Lesfield Central. And we'll probably play this game for probably until like 12:55, and then switch over to another game. Same here, Mr. Mind Blocks. Most of my, I honestly consider, I'd probably say my cringiest video is the Red versus Blue Part 5 reaction. I have no idea what I was doing when I created that video. Which is why in the future, whenever I get done to reacting to all the other episodes, I'm actually going to do a reaction to Red versus Blue, except this time I'm not going to watch the individual episodes. I'm just going to watch the whole movie, plus in different parts. Yeah, I know you do voice acting now for other YouTubers. And I've only done auditions once, and that video has blown up. Like, a video on a abridged version on how I became a brony just blew up amazingly. It's okay, Mr. Mind Blocks. It's actually kind of funny is that I actually kind of enjoy the content on Miss Autumn Blossom. True, some of it can be cringe and a bit of adult humor, but it still gives me a chuckle every now and again. It's okay. I feel ya, Mr. Mind Blocks. Anyways, we're going to be making our first stop at Lesfield Central. In the next few minutes. You know what, Mr. Mind Blocks? It's so true. We're all entitled to what we all think. So true. Anyways, and apologies, I just checked, and apologies if the stream is lagging a little bit. What's actually kind of funny is that I didn't even know about Thespio until Dr. Wolf and James A. Williams. James A. Williams talked about him in some of his older videos, and mentioned a little bit about his older channel. While Dr. Wolf and Thespio, they're two great buddies. Thespio is last I checked, the head audio producer for Analysis Anarchy, and also the Blue Spies, so that's how I know about Thespio. And here we arrived at Lesfield Central. Our next stop will be the end of the line at Durmont. I'm actually going to be heading over to a different freight yard, because they've actually added in, they've had some interesting engines in here for a while. That's awesome. Thanks for that little detail, Mr. Mind Blocks. I didn't even know about that. It's okay. Sometimes content just has to be cut for some reason. We all find YouTubers in different ways. Anyways, next locomotive I'm actually going to drive is what Thomas is based on, the E2 class tank engine. Because the E2s are so classic that they're all of them have been scrapped, unfortunately. Oh, looks like we got advantage. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, Mr. Mindblocks. But yeah, Mr. Mindblocks, I really enjoyed that video. I actually really liked your room. I mean, I have done a bit of a room reveal a couple times for both of my pony videos, but hopefully in the future I might do a house tour. Yeah, all the E2s were scrapped during the 60s. And same thing with the type of model that Edward's based on. Hey, Big Vic 10. Been a while since I've seen you. But yeah, 7 years on YouTube. That is incredible. So Gleason Works is over there, so we're gonna have to go around the map. So our stop is going to be, we're going to be stopping at Gleason Works and then switching over to Rails Unlimited. Since I know Rails Unlimited is usually a pretty popular game. I think your face is really great, Mr. Mindblocks. Really awesome. Hey, Glitchy Fox Gamer. Yeah, I know. We're going to be doing some trains for a little while, and then we're just going to be playing a bunch of random games to celebrate my channel being on YouTube for 7 years. Four years? Yeah. 4 years. 4 years is 4 or 5 years is still quite a while to be on YouTube. And I know a couple of my collab buddies, Doge and Hypercane, they're relatively new. They're relatively new to YouTube. Doge started out about a year ago, maybe a couple of years ago, and Hypercane has been doing it since like 2018. Ooh. I actually did watch your Tough Guys Gold Coast Flyer Train Chase remake video. I've seen it a couple times, and that video has actually made me really interested in watching Tough Guys sometime. I might have to watch it sometime, either before or after I watch Captain Phillips. Which Captain Phillips is actually based on a real event of the hijacking of the Marisk, Alabama, now known as the MV Tigra. So to answer your question, yes, I have. Yes, I have watched it. I was actually shocked that they were actually that 4449 was actually used for the movie, considering that's a real locomotive. That's a real and very special locomotive. Like, that locomotive is really special. Oh, you're getting the movie. You're getting the movie on your birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Mr. Mindless Vlogs. Mine isn't until October, so funny enough, my face reveal video is actually on it. Oh, they used they used a dummy version of Daylight. That's good, considering if 44, I'm pretty sure 4449 was actually used for the movie. Pretty sure it would have been scrapped. It's actually kind of funny is that that's very similar to me with the Thomas and the Magic Rara chase scene. I loved that. I loved the chase scene. But I didn't really watch the whole movie until like years later. Alright, Gleason work should be somewhere around that area, so we should be arriving at our destination any minute now. You're not alone, Mr. My Vlogs, and they're not alone as well. I would have been super angry if they actually used the real locomotive for the movie. Hey, cartoons! 7 years on YouTube, driving in trains. Alright. Yeah, we're arriving at Gleason Works now, so we'll be slowing down here and slowly puffing into the station. wheel for the upcoming LNER V2 coming February 2021. The V2? Oh, this! Yeah, I'm actually going to... Oh! Anyways, we're gonna... That's interesting. So we're gonna be heading... Next, we're gonna be heading into... Rails Unlimited. It's been a little while since I played Rails Unlimited. There really hasn't been not really too many major updates since Rails Unlimited. But that's excusable considering it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time to do all the to add all the trains in. So that's excusable. Really loved the green screen effect in the movie. Really loved the green screen effect in it. And they even have the Rails Unlimited April Fool's train still around, even though the map is returned to normal. But first off, we'll check out one of their premium locomotives. Speaking of which, we're actually going to check out the Daylight locomotive right now. Considering 4449 is such an awesome locomotive. Hey, Aaron, Willie. Hey, Aaron. Anyways, we're just going to be driving around for a little while. And then we're going to be doing what Jesse loves to do, aka derailing this locomotive top speed. I can tell you used the Rails Unlimited model considering it was filmed in the classic version. I'm doing really good, Aaron. 7 years on YouTube is just amazing. Or should I say, amazing. Yeah, I don't usually crack jokes on my channel. Oh. Bam! And yet Daylight is still moving even after the wreck. So true, Mr. Mind Vlogs. Why is the Daylight still moving even after it jumped the rails? Like, what in the world? Alright, I'm gonna stop it. Bam! Ooh, Amtrak Metroliner. Amtrak Metroliners are super old. I have no idea, Glitchy Fox. I guess 4449 didn't want to stop. How do I run so fast? You hold on your shift button and then your W or your arrow keys. So true. First Harry and Archie, aka Tough Guys, crashed it, and now me! Anyways, next thing we're going to be checking out is the Celebrating 4 Years locomotive. This is actually a real locomotive. I have no idea. This is a real locomotive, number GM50. If you guys check out like Baltimore and Ohio GM50 or Chessie System GM50, this locomotive should pop up. And this locomotive is still run today, but it's now owned by CSX and it's been repainted to match CSX painting. I personally think the Daylight would have been awesome, because would have been a better name, considering the locomotive is actually literally painted in the Southern Pacific Daylight paint scheme, which was very interesting. And now we're gonna do some rare observer humor by crashing into the harbor. Yeah, I mean, Daylight is better considering it's in the Daylight paint scheme, but Gold Coast Flyer sounds pretty interesting as well. Oh yeah, speaking of your Magic Railroad remake / Thomas series, Aaron, I'm actually gonna react to that later today after the stream. Considering I have no idea how long the stream is gonna be, but I'm gonna try to see if I can make it last till like 1:30 or later. And we're about to play some Rare Observer 2000 here. Brakes have failed! The brakes have failed! The brakes have failed! So true, Mr. Blacks. Here we go! Oh, and the General Motors 50 locomotive is right side up. Well, I guess the general purpose unit has turned into a water boat / submarine. Alright, I'll actually watch that. I'll watch that probably later tonight, probably about an hour before I head off to bed, so I'll watch it. Flying Scotsman. Oh, we got the old here. We got the Rio Grande. We got the Rio Grande. We got Amtrak Phase 4. And we got... Alright, that disappeared. Rio Grande disappeared. So now we have Flying Scotsman and the Amtrak Phase 4. And as you can tell, this locomotive isn't really detailed all that much, but that's because this is an older model from years ago. Alright, I will. I'll do that, Mr. Mindblock. Where's the side rods? Yeah, that's what I was originally wondering. But there's no side rods on this locomotive because you could tell this is a legacy locomotive, meaning when I first played the game, this locomotive was not in the game. What editing software do I use? I don't really use it. I mean, most of my videos, I just use YouTube site to trim out the beginning and the end of the video. But I don't really do much with editing videos. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't really. All I use is YouTube to trim the beginnings and the ends of the video. So that way people don't really notice some of the video. But I do use OBS for filming. Oh, crud. Oh, collision. Now I'm going to have to hold it at a constant 55 miles per hour for the rest of the way through. Alright. Alright, Mr. Mindbox, I'll consider that. Noted. Bam! Oh, the lead coach has pretty much went through the engine. Yeah. Next, we're going to be checking out some of the Rails Unlimited updated April Fool's engines. So, first off, we'll check out Brian. Yeah, this thing is honestly kind of weird looking. The side rod's not moving. No, that's actually not a glitch. All right. I might consider those two programs in the future. Here we have Mike and Bob. Look at that. The crossings weren't even able to go down before I went over it. So true. And speaking of Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle, I just built them in my Minecraft world. But all three of them are 1 to 5 to 1. Thomas is doing, not Thomas, Brian is doing a buffer stand. Alright, Mr. Mindbox, ask away. Oh, look, VR class for 3. Ask away, Mr. Mindblocks. When I saw the MLP movie in theaters in 2017, I actually went with my mom, considering I was starting out in the Brony community, and I didn't have this shirt yet. I had my other Princess Twilight shirt over there. So I I went to the movies with those, and 3 of my plushies I actually snuck in with me. And when the main 5 dissed Twilight, I actually had Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie walk away from Twilight. But I really enjoyed the movie. I'll save any major spoilers / thoughts on it for a future review. Considering I am planning on doing reviews for one of my subscriber specials. So anyways, next locomotive we'll be checking out the Night Flyer, aka an 062. Yeah, I know, it's shocking. Oh look, there's the New Jersey Transit. Oh my gosh, New Jersey Transit just derailed. Too slow. I just did a cartwheel and landed on my back. Yeah, to quote Thomas 1/2 Henry 3, it was a box office bomb and a critical failure. You know, Mr. Mindblocks, in 2017, I became a semi-brony in 2016, but in 2017, I watched the season 7 premiere. I actually did not like it at all. I didn't like the first episode, and I despised All Bottled Up. So I didn't watch the show for a while, and I thought to myself, isn't what I'm doing considered weird? And I was afraid of revealing to the fact that I was a brony, just like every other brony. Which is why whenever I do my top 10 personal episodes, Read It Weep is going to be placed very high on that list. Like, it's going to be in the top 5 for sure because of how personal it is for me. Anyways, we'll check out a couple more locomotives, and then I'm going to check out one more locomotive, a premium train. And it just turned daytime, so whenever it turns nighttime again, I'm going to check out the Equinox Express, but now I'm going to check out the oldest version of the... Oh, look! Penn Central Metroliner and a Conrail GP30. Alright, Mr. Mindblocks. And as you can tell, this is a less detailed locomotive because, again, this was in the early stages, like 2017 to 2018 for Rails Unlimited. Because, yeah, Rails Unlimited is 4 years old. It's 3 years younger than my channel. Oh, look at the nice plane in the background. I actually knew about that. Plus, I actually knew, I'm not sure if this is confirmed or not, but George and Cranky in the director's cut. Considering I know George was supposed to be in there. they all have different top speeds. Like most of the freight locomotives have around 90 studs per second. Most of the passenger locomotives have usually between 100 to 110 studs per second, while others have different top speeds. Alright, I might consider getting the Blu-ray version later on. Yeah, I actually would have loved to hear Doug Lennox voice Boomer. So, so true, Lego Fan 65. And he's looks like it's not going to turn nighttime for a while, so we're going to exit out of Rails Limited and head into a different game. I'm going to go... Never knew about that, Mr. Nineblox, and thanks for the correction. So this is going to be another game we're going to play, Pilot Training Flight Simulator, as... Let me check this out. Oh, I hope it goes good for you, Lego fan. Considering I really don't have any big plans. I have no idea. I have no idea why either, Aaron. Maybe it's just something they sort of didn't really want to add in. But I'm really interested in seeing the director's cut for Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Unfortunately, I did see the leaked chase scene, but at least I got to enjoy it a bit. Hold on. But yeah, I did actually watch it a while ago, and it's actually raining outside in my in my area right now, so yay, rain. Anyways, we're gonna be doing what's known as I'm gonna be doing what's known as a Top Gun here / Blue Angels. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to play Highway to the Danger Zone, considering I'm not going to risk copyright strike on my channel. I really do not think Boomer was that scary. I mean, to quote Trevor, he was just a silly villain. There have been other villains which have been way scarier in the past. Like, one of the scariest villains, I know it sounds ridiculous, but Grogar from Generation 4 legit scared the crap out of me when I first saw him. And actually, no, it wasn't from G4. It was a bit from G4, but a lot more from G1 Grogar. G1 Grogar literally scared the crap out of me. Made me have nightmares. So true, Mr. Mindblocks. E.T. Boomer is just a silly yet hilarious villain. I'll have to watch the director's cut of Magic Railroad sometime. Anyways, I know what I'm doing here could be considered Blue Angels physics here, what normal Blue Angels does, and I could play Highway to the Danger Zone. Boom. Not gonna do it. Alright, alright. I might consider that, but then again, I'm probably gonna wait on that considering I'm also saving up for a weather radio as well as my ticket to go to TrotCon in Columbus this summer. I was really confused. I mean, understandable. His model wasn't complete in time, but still, that's confusing. Anyways, for our next journey, we're gonna be flying over to Perth, and we're gonna see how long we can last upside down. Yeah, and maybe a little bit later, I'll see if it is an MLP convention out in Columbus, Ohio, which is only about a 3-hour drive from here. It's okay. TrotCon was actually my first pony convention I ever attended. Unfortunately, because of circumstances that are still going on right now, I was unable to attend it in person. But at least I got to attend it. I got to attend TrotCon twice, one for their summer and winter event. Same thing for Pony Fest, and then I got to attend Ponyville Cider Fest once, which is normally in Milwaukee, and because Milwaukee is so far from here, there's no way I would have been able to attend Ponyville Cider Fest. But because of the circumstances going on right now, I was able to attend all 5 of those conventions. Plus, it really saved me a lot of money. So, I guess good events come out of bad events? I guess. Then again, pretty true, Mr. Glitchy Fox. Then again, BronyCon is still a great convention. And again, I've heard of other Brony conventions that are almost as good. One of the examples being BabsCon, which is all the way out in Burlingame, which is in California. We have Everfree Northwest in Seattle, and we even have Galacon in Germany, which we have to fly, which we would have to fly there, considering we're gonna have to cross the Atlantic Ocean just to get there. Exactly, that's the most confusing part. Maybe because BronyCon ran with the show. Maybe because BronyCon ran with the show, and then when they announced that the show was ending, BronyCon decided to end as well? Either way, I'm really confused. And now for my final maneuver, I'm going to swoop past the tower, and there's the Top Gun maneuver. That would be so convenient. But then again, if there was actually one in Indianapolis, I mean, Indianapolis does have a convention center. So if there was a Brony convention in Indianapolis, that would be really convenient, considering I really don't have to drive so far. It's literally only about a 5-minute drive, considering I actually live near the racetrack. And it looks like we're going to be landing kind of sideways a little bit. And there we go. We have touchdown on the runway, out of the way of the Blue Angel. And that's actually there's actually a cool Easter egg here. Pancakes. Monkey. And there's actually 2 more non-planes I want to show you. First off, the first one, the big head. Hot air balloon going about 400 going over 400 knots. Totally normal. I mean, at this point, this has basically become Air Force Pride 95 logic. Yep, Air Force Pride 95 logic has just been enabled. Anyways, welcome to Rockford International Airport. And I think this is actually based on Greater Rockford in Illinois. Anyways, I'm going to check out one more non-plane, then we're going to leave and check it out. The Walrus. Now, the Walrus makes this screeching noise, so I'm going to turn it off, considering it gets really annoying. It's okay, Aaron. See you later. See you later, Aaron. There we go. The Walrus has just broken the speed of sound. This is so unrealistic. I'm pretty sure a walrus would not be able to break the speed of sound. Then again, I have no idea how this is realistic. This is so unrealistic. Like, what in the world? And I just crashed and I just crashed, so. Anyways, we're gonna check out one more game before I end off. And what better game to check out than Roleplay is Magic? I have no idea, Glitchy. That's just how physics work. It's okay, Mr. Mindblocks. We're all entitled to our own opinions. I mean, if you want to check out why I don't like, why I'm not a fan of the first 2 episodes, you can check out Voice of Reason. For Celestial Advice, you can check out his worst of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, his most recent MLP video. And then for All Bottled Up, you can check his best and worst of Season 7. But then again, all of us are entitled to our own opinions. And just like for the Christmas stream, I'm going to mute the in-game music to avoid being taken down. So I want to stay on YouTube for as long as possible. Well, for Celestial Advice, I was just bored by it, and then for the other one, one sec. For All Bottled Up, it was Starlight just tried to bottle up her emotions. I wasn't really into the song of the episode all that much. And it's okay, Mr. Mindblocks. I'll probably be doing Roblox live streams a little bit more in the future. Oh yeah, Glitchy Fox. Speaking of which, this is actually going to be a bit more of an extended version of how I became a brony. It's okay. You can only play on your laptop. Hyper can only play it certain games on the Mac that he has, considering that is like twice as old as my PC right here. Anyways, a bit of an extended version on how I became a brony actually comes from this game right here. Agreed, especially since it would be so true, except there's actually something I actually noticed something on how to get inside the Friendship Express. You see, what you do is when you use, if you have the VIP characters, yeah, to quote what most bronies said at the time, Unicorn Master Race. I noticed like a tiny bit of it, but not all that much. So if you have VIP characters, this will work perfectly for you. So first off, what we want to do is grab like any small fillet. I'll use Flurry Heart for this. Make sure your go to settings, make sure your shift block switch is on. Press your shift once and it should pop up like this. Then you want to make sure your horn is enabled, and then click on the when your mouse is inside. And then you want to switch over to someone. I'll choose Discord for this. Bam! You got Discord as your engineer. You got Discord as the engineer of the locomotive. And then you can have some other pony. We'll have Maw. I'd be the fireman or fire pony. It's okay, Mr. Mind Vlogs. And how you get out of this? You just... And you're pretty much stuck in here unless you play as Unicorn. Which for this, I'm actually going to use Starlight Glimmer. Bam! I'm on the roof. And now we're going to go into Cantalite here. Oh look, the place is guarded by 2 Winonas. That's so cute. They're so cute together. They're so cute together. I'm not exactly sure, Glitchy. I don't think it is, but I'll have to check it out sometime. But right now I'm going to assume my answer would probably be no. And it's added Tartarus into the game, so... They also added Tyrek into the game, so you can have Tyrek be in his little cage right here. And then... Yeah, they do make good couples. So you can have Tyrek in here, and then Cozy Glow in his cage if you want to. And since she's in prison... Since she's in it, so I'll put a frown on her. To actually make it look like she's been trapped in Tartarus. Aww. Who would dare to lock up such an awesome pony? Like Derpy. And yes, I do agree. Like as if I'll go brrr. So true. I mean, that's actually what my old PC did with Minecraft before I got this, and years ago. Thomas and MLP should have such an need to have a crossover. I mean, true Thomas and Friends technically has reached this series finale, not including All Engines Go. And MLP G4 has also done the same thing. Maybe for a different time, they could have a crossover together. Yeah, the comic books. Oh, speaking of comic books, I actually got a present to show you. This just came in a couple days ago. And I had 1 through 4, but just yesterday I got Transformers Friendship in Disguise. Yeah, if Hasbro had the rights to Thomas, and if Mattel had the rights to MLP, that could certainly happen. Alright, everybody, stay clear of it. I got this. So you have, so let's see here. We got vinyl scratch at the DJ control. We got coloratura at the piano. Yeah, thanks for the little correction there. Octavia can play the cello, and then we need another pony from the show to play the harp. It's like, I'm gonna see which dance does best. I actually like this one considering. I actually like this one. For cello, they could either string back and forth, or they could do this with it. And then for both the piano and the DJ set, they can go play on the piano. Well, that would be possible, and I guess the only factor is that Transformers and ponies are both owned by Hasbro, and Thomas is owned by Mattel. So that could be a possibility. Alright. I mean, we already have DLT Berkshire doing his Soda Pony Railway Adventures. Which, by the way, the most recent episode came out a couple weeks ago. So y'all can check that out if you want to. And for these last couple minutes, I'm going to be playing around as Princess Celestia, considering. So I'm going to have to go soon. I'm going to have to go eat lunch soon, considering it's already almost 2 p.m. and I still haven't had lunch yet. Fuck! Duh. Bang. Bang. No flapping the wings. Funny enough, that sort of re-got me back into Thomas and ponies. So, shout out to DLT Berkshire. If you're watching this, DLT Berkshire, shout out to you for pretty much reintroducing me into Thomas the Tank Engine and Friendship is Magic. And we're gonna fly back to Kennerly here, and then I gotta go. And the stream considering I gotta have lunch soon. But anyways, for my first full-on Roblox live stream, I think it turned out really good. So true. So true, Mr. Ryan Blogs. And that might happen, but that could happen sometime in the future, but who really knows? Alright, Mr. Ryan Blogs. I might see if we can play together, but we'll really have to see. Considering I also have a few other plans for today. Me neither, Mr. Mind Vlogs. But anyways, that does it for the 7-year anniversary of my channel being on YouTube. I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you did, congratulations to those people who have been around since around the time that my channel has been created. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!